Kai Triber, Noah Buncher, and Douglas Poole.
So, a lot of us seniors started out with Finale and Barth in 6th grade. And for them, that might not seem like so long ago, but for us, that was a long time ago. And that's a lot of time to see that same face at the end of every long school day. And I'll tell you, it never really got old. I mean, I don't think. But playing with Finale and Barth that long, we've really gotten to see, how much they put into this and the passion and the musicianship. They just put so much work into this band, and we just want to give them credit. And so, along with our fine musicianship, we've gotten some gifts for them.
So when we heard her jacket got stolen, we decided that we were going to help replace those. Unfortunately, here, we'll let you take a look at those. Unfortunately, our 2-day Amazon shipping turned into 2 weeks, so they're not embroidered yet. So we're going to have to steal those back from you in a little bit, but they're going to have the marching band logo, your name, director, and gift to the class of 2019 on them. So they're felt line. So we hope those will keep you warm.
But since we can't give them to you to keep yet, we decided it would be best to make some nice framed photos of models wearing the jacket. Maybe on your desks, awaiting the day that the jackets come.
All right, so we're going to steal those jackets back from you. Yeah,
They just want to give them the wrong night is what they want to do.
we rented them. All right, the last little bit there is once your jackets come in, we're going to pop those pictures out. And we're going to put the photo of the senior class and the drum line in there for you.
We apparently left one of our drummers off the introductions, not only last night, but tonight as well. And we're very sorry about that, but that's his fault because he didn't tell us. Anyways, please say hello to snare drummer Max Carey. That's what he wanted all along. I knew it. All right, please welcome to the stage seniors Olivia McGreevy, Maddie Koss, and Emma Witzel.
So in case you guys weren't here last night, the senior class also presented Mr. Barth and Mr. Finale with jackets that we're going to embroider their name and the band logo on. But since they're so great, we decided to give them a few more presents. So Emma, if you'd like to. Yes, go for it.
One seems a little light.
Have one in the way.
It's a pad. Because every time we have a pen on our podium, it disappears. I don't know where it would go.
And I wouldn't put those on your podium either. My dad actually made those. He turned them. Yeah, I helped him
Spell the
form.
words correctly.
at Disney or something this year? Are we? Is that this band? Okay. Well, we figured you needed something to wear there. So, that one's yours. No. Wait, that's ears. So, make sure to pack these on the trip and wear them. For all your hard work and dedication, because without you guys, we wouldn't have this. So thank you very much.
So let's meet Maria Becker, Emma Goliath, Victoria Coulter, Ciara Bashara, Bryn Becker, Abby Witzel, Durgan Riley, Ethan Barker, Cole Powell, Tommy Jones, Abby Lash, Bella Willett, Elise Hancock Phillips, Mia Novagrati, Mackenzie Cook, Graydon Kane, Kyle Vaughn, Billy Phillips, Isabella Luck, Lauren Flair, Colin Grasser, Brendan Akins, and Andrew Marfinette. The beauty of this next song is that it is a riotous swing tune that received the loudest ovation at the North Royalton Band Spectacular earlier this fall. The tune shows off the power of the Titan Band, so get ready to not only hear it, but feel Hey Pachuco. We also wanted to recognize that Jacob Posto was on that tune as well. In order to have a successful band program, you need to have a successful support organization. For the past couple of years, we have benefited from the leadership of our Band Booster President, Julie Schuler. The Band Booster President is a year-round job that doesn't quit when the marching band season ends. It continues on with creative ways to raise funds, line up volunteers, meet with the school administrators, and a myriad of other things, all in support of the band program. Somehow, Julie does it all with a smile on her face while dealing with stuffy booster treasurers, crabby band directors, and husbands who accidentally delete an entire halftime show from their video camera. With her daughter Lexi graduating next spring, Julie has announced that she will be hanging up the presidential reins and returning to a life without uniform fittings and hoagie drives. So, after a very brief consult with our lawyers, we decided that flunking Lexi to keep Julie wasn't a good idea, so the only thing left to do was to let her enjoy the one thing she hasn't done for this marching band: conduct. Would you please welcome to the stage our Berea-Midpark Band Booster President, Julie Schuler. Actually, I said that Julie had not conducted the band, but we did have a show last night, and Julie did conduct. Unfortunately, what you won't see tonight is the sheer terror on Julie's face when she realized Jeff didn't follow her out onto the stage to help her get the band started. I think Jeff is still laughing about that one. He's here now. Yes, he is. So, under the direction of veteran marching band conductor and band booster president Julie Schuler, here is the Titan Band with Toto's Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, our band booster president, Julie Schuler. Yeah, don't worry, the other guy doesn't wait for the announcements either, so. Please welcome to the front of the stage, Julianne Ivanko, Bridget Bartlett, Christina Matisse, Hunter Nag, Carissa Rafa-Vidia, Witzel, Nikki Morrison, Bailey Javidi, Caitlin Meyer, Juliana Galarza, Olivia Villarreal, Kayla Wood, Jonathan Cartagena, Aaron Butcher, Addie Griffin, Shura Yermakov, and Olivia. Not since patting your head and rubbing your stomach has there been a more simple yet confusing test for coordination. Created by a 16-year-old, well, there you go, who is known as the Backpack Kid, this coordination test is a dance move called the floss, or Backpack Kid dance. So here's what a marching band looks like doing the floss to Bruno Mars' Runaway Baby.
1, 2, 3, dance. 1, 2, 3, 4.
tubas out front. Please welcome Amy Basia, Ben Komar, Abby Lugowiecki, Zach McDonald, Robert Fletcher, Jaden Rofeld, Nicole Schultes, Derek Pito, Alex Kovac, Nathan Seebeck, John Green, and Mary Hyros. Guess what song's next? Before we introduce this next song, we have to introduce the guy who has been one of our assistant band directors and our tuba section instructor. He is a music teacher for the Berea City School District, and as we note every year, as a high school student, he was one of the first to perform the tuba dance to Long Train. Oh, and he also showed off that he still has a few high school moves left in the tank when, a few weeks ago, with tuba in hand, he joined the seniors during their Quigley demonstration. Jeff had to remind him that the Quigley demonstration was for seniors, not senior citizens. White plate was not needed, and to the best of our knowledge, his physical therapy is going well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John Chapman. Under the direction of John Chapman, here is the Titan Band featuring our tubas with the Doobie Brothers' Long Train Running.
5, 6, 7, horns. Up, step, left.
Stage, Kenny Mixter, Emily Bruce, Dave Walker, Tori Alsip, Christiana Brewer, Katrina Shoy, Aaron Hessel, Maddie Koss, Nathan Verzik, Roman Wetzel, Spencer Smith, Andrew Petgak, Zach Budzik, Stephen Corman, Amy Chambers, and Lizzie Kent. One of the band's favorite tunes, because we took the liberty to up the tempo and kick in a brass sound. It is time to make this rock and roll go round. Here is Queen's Fat Bottom. Ziana Lopez, Amelia Urbanic, Ty Triber, Haley Parashon, Hannah Mew, Zach Zalesnik, Mari Miranda, Chase Alec, Jacob Coates, Hallie Margot, Susanna Calvis, Lydia Titrich, Dylan Wallace, Ariel Lyons, and Alicia Thompson. The artist who debuted our next song is called Meatloaf. Mr. Loaf's real name is Marvin Aday, and he often made up stories about how he got the Meatloaf name. One story was that his dad said that he looked like a meatloaf when he was born. Like Bruno Mars, this is why dads should play a small role in naming their children. Here is Meatloaf's Paradise by the Dash of Life. Please say hello to Olivia McGreevy, McKenna Skripek, Ben Rugolicki, Nico Crespo, Ruby Thomas, Anna Jellin, Lavelle El Halaby, Paul Cressman, Ashley Boldovic, John Rosencraft, Natalie Kirk, Maddie Macy, Maria Swiklinski, Lexi Schuler, Hannah Fuller, and Lauren Page. There have been a few songs written about the Sandman, the guy who comes to you at night, sprinkles sand in your eyes, so you'll have sweet dreams. Leave it to the heavy metal band Metallica, however, to scare up the Sandman, who in their version breaks into your house, throws sand in your eyes, and causes nightmares. So as Halloween approaches, beware of things that go bump in the night, because it could be Metallica's version of Enter Sandman. Mercedes Gazda, Shaylin Conway, Kara Abraham, Sam Sanderson, Jeremy Hiller, Eddie Kustra, Sabrina Walker, Malik Creighton, Doug Poole, Jacob Walker, Jacob Green, Julianne Calvis, Mallory Radetsky, Abby Wilson, Nick Laitonen, and Dana Miller. This is one of the first songs the band learned this season, and the generation gap really showed when they read the title and thought they were playing something from Hannah Montana. But the song is really from Van Halen, who decided to create their second greatest hits album, celebrating the music from the era of lead vocalist David Lee Roth and the era of Sammy Hagar. And there you have the best of both worlds. Our final song of the night, with a little bit of wobble, here is Van Halen's Best of Both Worlds.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You are all going to get an up-close look at the 2018 Titan Marching Band as they head into the aisles to show off their cadences to the music of our drum line. As we look back, the biggest thing about this edition of the Titan Band is the biggest thing, the size of the band. A 225-piece marching band is challenge enough, but add to this that nearly 50% of this band had never marched before. Certainly, this came as no surprise, and plans were made as far back as last year's Varsity Show, like how we would fit this band on the stage. But then, a few things went off the rails. The first problem came in July when Jeff was called to the transportation yard because a dump truck had cut a 4-foot gash into the band trailer. After that, we learned that plans for the place to practice during the school day did not materialize. Then, school activities were complicating evening rehearsals, and the manufacturer of the new raincoats told us he had an equipment problem, meaning no new raincoats until mid-season. And then there's just the normal, everyday things that are associated with 225 teenagers. It would have been easy to dumb down the music and the performances and let the season play out, but the directors, the boosters, and more importantly, the students wanted nothing to do with that. What were "you've got to be kidding me" problems were quickly becoming "so what" moments. With a new high school being built on the practice field and the parking lot full during the day, the band director asked the maintenance department to paint lines in the small piece of the parking lot outside the band room. At least in this confined area, he could teach marching in spacing. And when the cafeteria workers needed to drive through at the end of their day, like kids playing kickball in the street, the band students would step aside and let the cars pass, throwing out an occasional T-pose for domination. With each performance, this band was coming together, and nowhere was that more evident than at the North Royalton Band Spec. One of the loudest, if not the loudest ovations was for the Titan Band. There wasn't a thought given to the lack of a practice field, raincoats, or a trailer. It was time to show what the pride of the Titans was all about, with dancing tubas, the wobble, and a version of Hey Pachuco that could be heard all the way back to Berea-Midpark High School. This band was not only determined to perform at their best, but they were going to have fun doing it. What other high school class can you find large pictures of the teachers' faces on a stick, proudly held up like billboards at a political rally? This was jib-jab in real life. The spirit never waned with this bunch. Just last week, while rehearsing for tonight's show, Jeff told the band to take a break while the jump line rehearsed. After a few beats of the drums, the band was on its feet, unable to resist the temptation to dance the cadences. And of course, a tip of the beret to our seniors. Yes, there's a little more left in this season, and of course, our last performance at Disney before we truly have to say goodbye. But the class of 2019 should know they leave behind a legacy of teamwork, passion, and a feeling of what it truly means to be the pride of the Titans. Yep, we had our fair share of problems and surprises, but don't tell that to this group, because there was no issue, no performance that wasn't greeted with a dominating T-pose and the rally cry, "Game on." Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 edition of the Pride of the Titans. This is the Berea-Midpark Titan Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Berea-Midpark Marching Band. The marching band is under the direction of Mr. Jeff Fidali, Mr. Dan Buck. On behalf of everyone in the marching band, we thank you for coming tonight to take you R&B, the best band in